Okay, continuing the Avengers versus X-Men fighting threads. In the first Versus book, you had the Iron Man Magneto fight. You also had Namor taking on the Thing underwater, and Thing won. I don't know who in the world was writing this, or if they decided just to let the Avengers win every single time in this, since they were getting their butt handed to them in the main book. But you have Namor, who is the ruthless businessman slash king of Atlantis, taking on the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing. The tank out of the Fantastic Four group. So as always, we'll go with this on the 9 criteria. Intelligence, fighting ability, strength, speed, durability, recovery from injury, invulnerability, energy projection, versatility, and X factor, whatever else hasn't been, factored in. So for intelligence, on the one side you have who's been a successful corporation business leader, as well as the king of Atlantis. Now on the other side, you have an ace experimental pilot. It takes a lot of school to do what Ben Grimm does. For someone who had a royal upbringing, who has ruled corporations as well as essentially 75% of the earth. His kingdom of Atlantis has little pockets everywhere. So which one kind of has more gravitas to it? I'll give this one. I'll probably give this one to Namor, because Namor has at some point in time actually shown a real good scientific aptitude, because he does have access to all the science of Atlantis, and he has also on occasion outsmarted Reed Richards. Reed Richards, of course, being the genius member of the Fantastic Four. And Thing, while he's not an intellectual slouch by any stretch of the imagination, I do think Namor would probably beat him in a game of chess or any other sort of intellectual endeavor. I don't picture them playing Boggle together, but fighting abilities. Thing is very much a puncher. I don't know what this is with the super huge characters. They punch. They rarely ever throw a kick. It's always punch, punch, punch. I'm pretty sure a kick from the Thing would be pretty vicious. Now on the other side, Namor has shown a very surprising amount of very solid fighting skill. He's battled people that are pretty close to his own level of physical ability, and he's bested them. He's also a very ruthless fighter. One of the things they did show in the Illuminati issues, when that scroll was revealed, one of the things that he did, he broke its neck, and they're like, "You can't break the neck of a shapeshifter." And then he went, "I know, I did that to do this." And then he ran him onto a spike. So he viciously beat somebody, broke his neck, knowing that would stop him for a couple of seconds, and then killed him. That is a vicious streak a mile long. Strength. Both these guys have been shown to be relatively the equivalent of fighting the Hulk. Both have done a pretty good job of fending him off. However, normally they do show that Namor can do it more often. So I'll give Namor a slight edge in strength. Plus, in the comic, they fought underwater, where Namor is even stronger. Now we're on to speed. Thing is a giant guy comprised of rock. Namor is not. Namor has a lot more speed and maneuverability than what you see in the Thing. Now we're on to durability. Overall recovery from injury. Namor has been shown to have more of a healing factor than what you see in Thing, so I'll give him a slight edge. And vulnerability. How well can you take a beating? You know, in this one, you have to compare a person who's comprised of earth versus somebody who has a skin density that can survive the harsh pressures of the bottom of the ocean. Part of me wants to give the edge on this one to Namor, because there was a story where Wolverine, who does not have super strength, was actually able to pierce the stone on the Thing. That's why for a while you had Hockey Mask Thing. Yes, Wolverine was able to mess him up to the point that he actually did enough damage to his face. They had to put a protective mask on him. So, energy projection. Last time I checked, I haven't seen either of these guys shoot any sort of beam from their body. That's a nil. Versatility. Knowing versatility has to do with the amount of skills they have access to. And in this one, they're both relatively tanks. You know, they don't have any sort of ranged abilities or any sort of special abilities they can throw out every now and then. You know, Namor doesn't talk to fish. He doesn't need to. So the other one's kind of a wash. Now comes down kind of that X factor. This one I actually will probably give to Ben, out of one reason. While Namor is a super vicious fighter, he does have a soft spot for Sue Storm. So he might kind of hold back a little bit while fighting Ben. But to be honest, they fought underwater. And Namor was trying to fight to help save his species. There is next to no reason underwater Namor versus Thing should have a chance of defeating him.